the coding wars is heating up as the big two released their frontier models just 27 minutes apart. Opus 4.6 and GPT 5.3 Codex. The fact that they are 26 minutes apart or 25 minutes apart is just insane.
Are you telling me that OpenAI is probably a bit mad at Anthropic and they are trying to show they have something to release? We'll talk about that.
Might just be a massive coincidence. I maybe wouldn't read into it too much, but essentially Opus 4.6 improves on coding skills. I mean, if you don't know what Opus is, Anthropic have Claude, which is their model, and they've got 3 levels. Opus is the big boy, costs the most capable. Sonnet is sort of in between, and then Haiku is like the fast, snappy chat model that they have. And yeah, we were on Opus 4.5. We've now increased just a digit. It's interesting as well that ChatGPT increased just a digit as well. So I don't know, maybe they didn't know, not too sure. It plans more carefully, sustains agentic tasks for longer, and can operate more reliably in larger code bases. Has better code review and debugging skills to catch its own mistakes. And in a first for our Opus class models, Open 4.6 features a 1 million context window, and that's in beta. So very, very capable, like smashing all the benchmarks as we come to know at this point. I mean, agentic, pretty good increase there.
And if we look at the numbers, we have Opus released before Sonnet and before Haiku, which is normally not the case. Normally,
that's true.
Haiku. We have Haiku, Sonnet, Opus, because Opus is the best and the beefiest one.
Yeah, indeed. Wanted to bring this as well. It introduces agent teams. I think this is more of a Claude Code feature, but agent teams being able to spin up, asking to build a feature and having a specialist agent on your front end, specialist agent on your back end, specialist agent on your UX, and then they can combine to and communicate with each other to work on the task at hand, which is pretty cool. I was going to show quickly how to do that, because there is a bit of a knack to it.
That's actually interesting. I want to know how to do that, because I started to plan an app. I have a document for it, and I started tingling with the idea of what if that task list that I have, what if I could name the tasks and apply them and assign them to different agents, like agent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then have like a way of running like 5 different agents, and each would go and pick their own tasks and do it. So are you telling me this is going to do this presumably automatically?
I mean, it needs to be, it's not just going to do it automatically. I think you need to allude in the prompt to say that you want multiple agents. Do you know what I mean? So the first thing you do in your settings JSON, which you can get in your root, the root of your file user. Where are we at here? Here, Claude settings JSON. You've got to turn Claude Code experimental agents to true or 1. And then when you spin up Claude Code, nothing will change. In your prompt that you say, build this X feature, make sure to use separate agents and whatever. So it's not just going to pick that up. Or at least it'll be more likely that you want to point it to do that rather than it to, try and do it automatically. I think it's better that you are more explicit with it. So that's kind of a cool feature of it. They also have made some, here you go, this is relevant to you. They've also made some cybersecurity improvements to both of the models as well, which is really, really cool. And yeah, I think this is bigger and better, which is why I wanted to kind of combine the two, the release of GPT Codex and Opus, in that there's not much more to say. They're just better. Do you know what I mean? Ultimately, the same thing. The only thing to note is, again, this was released 25 minutes after OPEX, Jesus Christ, Opus, but it scored significantly higher on the terminal bench. Other than that, I think we need to look at artificial analysis, which it's not as up to date as comparing them all yet. Again, it's just been released, so they've not got a good comparison between Opus 5. Oh my God, Jesus Christ! There's so many numbers right now. Opus 4.6 and Codex 5.3. No one has the comparison between the two yet because they just got released so close apart. I think whenever was it? Yesterday they got released, or last night even.
Last night, yeah. So the way I understand it is just use the newest model. You know, if you're a developer, you'll just look at the numbers and just use the highest number, especially now with Opus having the higher number. It just makes it much easier in a way to see what is the best. That's the best. Just use it.
And it's such a good point as well, because we'll get into Codex and the new tool that was released alongside all this. I just prefer Claude models. Like, I'm interested to, going back to shiny object syndrome, I'm interested to see what all these latest models are doing. But I think by now most people have just sort of found the model that they prefer, right? If unless you're encountering major issues, or unless you're in a, it's crazy that this time, maybe not this time last year anymore, but like just over a year ago, we were handwriting all of our code. Now we're just really being pedantic about minor things that an agent is just writing so much of our code. So anyone not really interested in discovering like the latest and greatest and splitting hairs and all these different models, you can't really go wrong with all these things. I'm not about to tell you that Codex is better than Opus or Claude even. So in an attempt to not make people sort of too overwhelmed, they're both great models. And it's good to know that there is improvement. So pick your battle. If you're already paying for ChatGPT Plus, keep using Codex. It's great. If you're using Claude, use Claude Code, then use Claude. So that's it. I mean, that's the news. Newer models, some newer things. That again, there's a steer. You can steer. Oh, what are you doing? You can steer the models in GPT Codex, the actual app which we'll go over. You can actually steer it like midway through. It's constantly checking back with you and checking to see if there's any additional information added. You can kind of do it with Claude Code. I have done it, during a little break or whatever, when I've queued a prompt, it's kind of taken that into consideration. I've not needed anything any more responsive than that, but we'll see in the Codex app how responsive that is. Maybe you can show us a little interrupt a prompt or something.
This is part of a larger conversation on my show, Cmd+AI, which we stream live every single week. We discuss the news and all things related to AI in the world of design and web. Catch us next week and join in the banter.